Please, I beg of you, please do not go putting your fragrance on dry, ashy, crusty, dusty skin. Hey Lovebug, welcome or welcome back to my channel. For anyone that may be new here, my name is Yvonne, and my channel is all about being the intersection between faith and fashion. So we're gonna serve the Lord, but baby, we're gonna serve a look as well. And in today's video, I'm doing something that I'm actually surprised I've not done at all on my channel, and it is a fragrance video. Today we are going to unlock some amazing spring summer fragrance combos. And one of the things that I believe is a key component to your look is the way that you smell. I believe a full look encompasses majority of your senses, and today we are going to highlight smell. So if that is your vibe, go ahead, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. First things first, I think it's important to kind of highlight what are some of my fragrance preferences and where I kind of am on the fragrance wheel. And so I stay more in the fresh and floral space. I do not dabble a lot into woody spaces, and I will dabble a little into oriental, so kind of like ambery, those kinds of things. I live primarily in like fruity floral, that is where I live, but I do love like some fresh when it clean, those kinds of scents. For clarity, I will input a fragrance wheel so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm referring to and kind of what I'm looking at as my classifications. So I'm going to start with the fragrance that I am wearing today. So first layer that I put on was the Golden Sunflower body cream that is from Bath and Body Works. It has notes of sunflower petals, orange flower, and fresh vanilla. I layered with this first. I am someone who deals with dry skin, and so I lean towards creams or lotions that have like really thick, that have thicker consistency, so that it can make sure that it's actually moisturized. I'm a lover of body oils. I deal with dry skin, and so I do believe that after you've applied your lotion or your cream, then or body butter, you should then go in with a body oil. And so today I went in with the Aveeno daily moisturizing body oil mist. It is a spray oil that I think is actually very beneficial. It has a thicker consistency, so I do believe it helps with making you feel moisturized. And I want to highlight this one because it is fragrance free. Going with a neutral everyday oil is a game changer to me. So this is just a regular body oil, and so then I went in with this. I had the bottle longer than the lotion, so it's been through some things, but then I went in with the Golden Sunflower body spray. It's just the fragrance mist from Bath and Body Works. That combo in and of itself gave very floral, and so I knew I wanted some sweetness, and so then I went in with Capri Summer by Skylar, and she adds the right amount of sweetness. It's like a fresh basket of fruit. That's literally what it makes me think of. It makes me think of like a fresh basket of fruit in the summertime. This combo makes me think of going down to like a farm, and you can take pictures with the sunflowers and you're picking your own strawberries. This is what it makes me think of. This is something that you can wear, I think, anywhere. I think it's great for work. I think it's great for church. It's great to run errands. It's great if you're just lounging around the house and you want to smell good. Like, it's really good. I don't believe that like, oh, you only have to wear things at certain times. I don't really follow those rules, but this does lean more towards day out, running errands, that kind of thing. I wouldn't lean towards wearing this combo at night, just me personally. It gives fun in the sun kind of vibe. So next up, we have a fragrance combo that has really had me in a choke hold, okay? We start with our base layer, which is the Vaseline Radiant X body cream. This is my second bottle. Now, this is one of those things where you have to kind of gauge what is or isn't too much to spend. This is about $13.99 ish from Target. And as someone who deals with dry skin, it's a need for me. Like I said, this is my second bottle. I've definitely have been using it. It smells very good. It's neutral. It's scented, but it's not heavily fragrant, so it's very neutral. And so you can, I've done this combo with pairing it with the oil, the Radiant X body oil that comes with it. And if you want to keep the fragrance very linear and in line, they go together, they're the same thing, then go ahead and do that. This was probably about 11 or 12 bucks, also from Target, so you can kind of go with that. But this one, it is the Dr. Teal's Shea Butter and Almond Oil Body Oil. It smells so good. Like, it is sweet, but it gives like a hint of nutty, and it is so good. This is a thick consistency body oil, and I love that because, once again, I deal with dry skin. And so the thicker it is, to me, for me, I've realized it's a little better in making sure that I am moisturized. And though it is a thick consistency, it does not take long to seep into the skin. So it is really, really, really good. And to set that combo off, we are pairing it with the Mix Bars Whipped Almond. Now, I know people talk about the bourbon vanilla, and that is good. It is a good fragrance. But whipped almond, baby, whipped up. She is sweet and almondy, but not like you expect an almond to taste. It's a sweet take on an almond. This combo was a combo that I got like amazing compliments on. I was told that I smelled sweet and decadent. I smelled like a honey bun. That really surprised me, but it smells so good. You smell so sweet and so edible. I feel like you really are tapping into that gourmand, that edible factor of a fragrance. It is so good, and it actually really does project very well. And I do believe the almond notes of the oil paired with the almonds in the fragrance is just perfection. It gives literally whipped almond, so you get a slight hint of nutty, but to me it leans more whipped. It gives kind of like that whipped cream, real sweet vanilla vibe to it, and it's so good. A fragrance like that, to me, honestly, has had me in a chokehold. I wear it anytime I can. I lean towards wearing it more so in the day, so I will wear it to work, I'll wear it to church, run errands, things of that sort. But I do believe you can get away with it at night. I wouldn't lean towards wearing it at night unless I were to pair it with something that will make it a little bit more spicier or warmer. That is just my personal preference, but it is such a great combo nonetheless. Next up, we're getting into more of a clean fragrance combo, and we are going to start with the EOS Fresh and Cozy. Baby, I know Vanilla Cashmere got the girls in a chokehold, but Fresh and Cozy is such a light, it's a sheer musk, it's a dewy cast. It's like, it's a very light fragrance, very clean. The formula on this is amazing, especially for someone that does have dry skin, but I'm always gonna add a little body oil, and so we are going to pair it with the Up and Up body oil. To me, this still leans very clean. It says that it's compared to the Neutrogena body oil. I have not been able to get my hands on that oil, and so this one is good. This one is a light body oil, so if you don't like a thicker consistency with your body oils, then this is something that you can definitely give a try. To me, it is not unscented as the Aveeno. To me, the Aveeno one is unscented, but this one is not. It leans more clean though. It is a neutral if you like clean, I don't think it necessarily takes away anything from your fragrances, but I do believe that it does add a little something. So you can kind of do with that as you will. Staying at Target, we're gonna pair it with Fineries. I'm a Musk, and she is clean. Like, she is clean, musky, a sheer musk. Very, very simple, very light. Once again, this is a fragrance combo that I reach for when I want to do something very subtle, but I still want to smell good. She's simple. She's simple. But to add a little razzle dazzle, we pair her with Clean Skin. Now, Clean Skin is considered like a molecular fragrance, your skin, but better. She is sweet. When we talk about, she is so good. I remember the moment I smelled her and I was in love. When we talk about love at first sniff, she is love at first sniff. Now, keep in mind, this is not a fragrance that you're looking for to help project, be in beast mode or anything like that. This is not a fragrance that you're looking for if you want to be in beast mode. It is that added fragrance to help your other fragrances like project. And she's sweet, so like she gives kind of like marshmallow, like vanilla. She gives real sweet and fluffy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but she gives sweet and fluffy. So it adds that sweet note, that it adds the sweetness that I'm a Musk does not have. Like, I'm a Musk is like clean. Like, she's clean. And so when I want to add some sweetness, I go ahead and add Skin Reserve. And baby, when I tell you, a combo that is so amazing. And once again, this is a combo that I lean towards wearing more so for work, because it's light enough to where I still feel confident and I still smell good and I feel good in my skin, but it's not going to offend anyone that I may come in contact with. And that is something for me that is important. I would wear her like to run errands, if you want to do something slight. I think if you are someone that's into like wearing fragrances to bed, that's a great option. If you're doing something in the house, or you're doing like a cozy night in, maybe like a solo date inside the house, or you're doing date night inside of the house, things of those sorts, I think that is a great combo to wear. It does actually project though. Like, I smelled it. I smell myself when I'm out. It has pretty decent longevity. So you can kind of do with that as you will, but a combo that I personally am in love with. Now, this next combo I think is going to be perfect for my vanilla girls. And if you love vanilla and like vanilla as a whole can never do any wrong for you, then I think that this is a combo that you are going to love. So we have Eilish by Billie Eilish, and this is the gold bottle, and it is so good. It's so good. To me, it leans a little more woody. It gives a little like smoky and warm and kind of fiery. Like, I've been through the fire and I came out smelling like smoke just a little bit. Like, that's kind of what it gives me, but it still gives sweet. And so I like to pair her with Finery on the outside from Target. I've heard people compare these as dupes. I get why, and they pair very well together, but to me, they are still very different, especially because to me, to my nose, the Billie Eilish has that fiery, smoky, deep, kind of woody tone to it, like those notes to it, that they're not the same. Like, sweet on the outside is sweet. Like, she is a sweet vanilla. If I'm not mistaken, she has hints of like tonka bean and things of that sort. So she's sweet. She's a sweet girl. And Eilish is a little smoky to me. Like, to me, Eilish is the mature older sister that's been through some things. She literally has been tried by the fire and came out smelling like smoke just a bit. Where Sweet on the Outside is more so the younger sister that has not been through a whole lot because the big sister has been shielding and protecting her. That's kind of how I see it. Like, I would say they're not twins. Don't think identical twins, but I could say that they are sisters. I do believe that there are similarities there that could make them work. But I do believe that there is a place in this world and in my life for both of them because they're not exactly the same. And I do love that. If you are looking for something that's a bit more affordable, Finery, this was probably like, I think $20. So it is a cheaper alternative. Now, this is the travel spray. So I spent probably 30 something bucks on it. So, but I believe the full bottle retails for about 50, 60 bucks, something like that. And it's that beautiful gold bottle. I'm gonna get a full bottle one day. But perfection. Now for me, that is a combo you can wear at night. I wear her during the day. I wear her at night. It depends on what you're giving. Like, you can wear her to work, you can wear her to church, you can wear her to go run errands, but you can also wear her for date night. And I believe that that is a great scent if you know that you are going from like day to night. Maybe you have to go from like work to dinner or work to church. I think that that is a great combo. I think that she does transition very well from day to night, and you can always reapply if you want that that pop. Like, Eilish especially is what gives the nighttime vibe for me because she's very warm and smoky and woody. And even though I don't lean towards loving a lot of woody fragrances or anything like that, I do believe that she is a great option. So last but not least, we are going to start with our EOS fragrance free lotion. And I believe that this is important to highlight because I've not seen a single person across the internet talking about this lotion. And I believe that it is important to start off with a moisturized base. Like, you always want to make sure that you are starting off moisturized. Please, I beg of you, please do not go putting your fragrance on dry, ashy, crusty, dusty skin. Start off with some type of moisture. And once again, sometimes you want to start off with something that may not add or take away anything from the actual combo. And I believe that the EOS fragrance free body lotion is a great option. It's a great option. Like I said, it does not smell like anything, so it gives that moisture, especially if you are someone who deals with maybe fragrance sensitivities and you can't do too many layers or too many scents. This is a great option. You still get the benefits of the moisture and the hydration for your skin without having to deal with too many scents or fragrances if that is not your vibe. And then, of course, you can always go back and pair it with the Aveeno body oil to add that extra added moisture. Then, once we've moisturized, we're going to go in with a fragrance oil. It is by the Have a Scent collection. I get these from my local hair store, okay? Now, I know that this brand is carried on like TikTok Shop, and you probably can find it other places, but I get it from my hair store. At my hair store, it is priced really well. It's priced for $2.99. I love that. It is a 12 milliliter, so it's not that big at all. But when I say this projects, this is in the fragrance Delina by Parfums de Marly. Baby, this smells so, it smells so good. And personally, if I'm honest, I've smelled Delina by Parfums de Marly. I've tried it on my skin, and quite honestly, I like this fragrance oil way better. I do believe that it smells good, but the fragrance oil to me, it's just a bit better. It's a little sweeter to me and on my skin than Parfums de Marly's Delina in real life. Now, I've seen it priced differently. Like, I've seen it on TikTok Shop priced for about $8.99, I think it was, for the same size, so you can kind of do with that as you will. But I do believe that it is a great option to add. It smells really good. I have multiple of these in different fragrances, and to me they smell, if not identical to the actual fragrance, it smells very, very similar. There might be something that's a little different. Oftentimes it's very spot on from my experience. So start with this. And because it's a fragrance oil, I like to put it primarily on my pulse points. And so I put it on like the inside of my wrist. I put it on the inside of my forearm, behind my ears, behind my knees. Those pulse points, that is going to help kind of like push out the fragrance. And it allows for the heat to kind of warm that fragrance up and help it to project. And so we're going to start with that body oil, this fragrance oil. And now for the big dog. This is Miss Dior's Bloom Bouquet. When I say she's a boss. She is a boss. This to me is such a grown woman fragrance. She's very clean. She's very fresh. She is a bit floral. I feel like she leans more sweet than floral to me. I don't pick up as much. I don't pick up that many florals, but baby, she is good. She is grown woman. This to me, this fragrance combo to me is one that is great if you are in the boardroom. Like if you handling business, you out at work, you're handling business, you're being a boss, she's in a bad pantsuit with a nice pointed toe heel. Great. But I believe that is also one that can take you on summer adventures, like take you on vacation. She can take you to brunch. She can take you to the beach, summer excursions, jet skiing, parasailing. Like you can do all of the things in her. She's so good. Like she really is just that good. Like I said, she's a clean, fresh, floral, and she has a hint of sweetness to me that is just so good. So that is it for now. I hope that you were able to draw some inspiration in pairing some combos together. I believe that fragrance combos and layering combos is a great way to kind of create a unique and personal scent to you. Of course, fragrance as a whole is subjective. So the way that it's going to smell to you, what you're going to like, what you're not going to like, and how it's going to interact with your body chemistry is going to be personal. 2 tips that I want to give if you're trying to figure out if different fragrances will go well together is 1, just doing this, taking both of the items or all the items together and smelling them, putting them both in your nose and seeing if you like that the way that they smell together. If you do like the way that they smell together in your nose, that there is a great chance that you will more than likely enjoy the way that they smell on your skin. And if you aren't sure if something is like, oh, I don't know, give it a try it on and see if you like it. Another way to look at if fragrances will go well together is looking at the notes. Some people sometimes don't want to dabble too much into the notes, but you can easily search up fragrances. Best way to start is find out where you bought it from. So if you bought it from like Sephora, Ulta, they'll always have the notes listed onto the fragrance. You can go onto Sephora.com, Ulta.com, look up that fragrance, and there's always going to have the notes listed there. You can go to Fragrantica. That will tell you what notes are in that fragrance, and you can look at it and you can compare. Oh, both of these fragrances have a rose note. Maybe they'll pair well together. But they both have a vanilla note. They both have a bergamot note. They both have a musk note. Paying attention to those notes, and you can kind of get a gauge of whether or not they will or won't pair together. But if you are really unsure, put them both up to your nose and see if you like it. If something feels off, then you're probably not going to like it on your skin, and you just kind of go from there. But understand that when it comes to fragrances, it can be an expensive hobby. So do not feel like you need to break the bank just to smell good. Start with what you already have. And if you are looking to build your collection in an inexpensive way, you will always notice that I have travel sizes. I always start with travel sizes. I see how often do I reach for that fragrance? Do I actually really like that fragrance? Instead of going to buy a big old bottle, I start with a travel size, or I start with like a discovery kit that has sample sizes, or you can go into places like Lucky Scent or Twisted Lily that do sample size options. You can also go to, I've heard people say that they can go to stores like Macy's and Dillard's, Nordstrom, and places like that to get samples. I've not tried it. I don't know if that is tried or true, but try to get samples as much as you can and really test out if you really like that fragrance, how often you reach for it, and if it's really worth your money and how it feels on your skin. Go to places like Sephora and Ulta, smell the fragrance up person, like in person, smell it, see if you like it. If you like the way that smells in your bottle, maybe on the bottle, try it on your skin and see if it wears well with you. The worst thing that I think that you can do is to buy a fragrance that you do not like the way it smells, or it does not smell well on you, and now you have already spent $50, $60, $100. I hope this video helped, especially if you watched all the way through to the end. I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, remember that I love you, God loves you, and remember to always, and I do mean always, love you too. Smooches.